Good morning, and thank you for listening to Community Spotlight, the program that's designed to focus on the issues in your community that matter to you.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jonathan with Community Spotlight on 106.7 The Light. Joining me today is the president of Autistic Spectrum, Veronica Cordell. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I think of Autistic Spectrum. I love the name, first of all.
Thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you do in our community and how it affects families. We'd love to hear about that today.
Well, we started out a couple of years ago as a community-based organization that helped individuals with autism spectrum disorders of all ages and all levels of along the spectrum to develop their artistic talents, because individuals with autism have some sensory disorders that make it difficult for them to engage in regular extracurricular programs. So we decided to take it down a notch, make the classes smaller, and make it more sensory friendly and accessible to these students. And we've been really successful. We're happy to say we've had lessons in drawing, painting, music, dance. We have one coming up in 2 weeks in crochet. Lots of different arts and crafts that people have been able to develop their talents. And we've had some people in the community come on board, like Knox Studios let us record 3 very talented teens with autism. So they have kind of their own demo now.
Oh, fun. That is, so it's a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything.
Just finding those gifts and talents and bringing them out.
That's right. And now we're ready to kind of go the extra step. What we've heard from parents in the past couple of years is this is great, but we're kind of skipping a step. We have a lot of parents who feel very isolated, who don't have the supports that they need, don't feel comfortable going out in public, don't feel comfortable going to church or going to a restaurant. They want some support to make that happen for their family. So we're developing Autism Site Knoxville.
Okay.
We just launched a website, autismsite.knoxville.org, and so the initials are ASK. So we want people to ask us questions about autism.
That's good. That's
for the whole community, not just for parents or families, but for churches, for restaurants, for anybody, any business in the community that wants to know how to help special needs families feel more comfortable coming to their place of business.
That's good. That's good. You may, I'm sure you keep up to date with this. What are the latest statistics, I'd say, when it comes with related to autism in maybe the area and then in the country as well? Well,
right now, the CDC says that 1 in 68 children will be diagnosed this year with an autism spectrum disorder, and that's consistent in the UK. It's consistent in lots of countries that are in the same amount of development as we are, along with diagnosis and the medical supports that they have in those countries. We know that boys are diagnosed more than girls. We don't know if that's because the incidence is higher or because the diagnosis is easier for boys who maybe don't have naturally the same kind of social and communication enhancements that some girls have at younger ages. So it's about 1 in 50 for boys now.
Okay.
Here, that means that here in Knox County, we have more than 3,000 individuals.
You look at it, if
we look at it that
population.
Way, it's not a statistic that's documented very well because autism isn't a disease. It's a group of traits. So it's handled differently. It's harder to document how many cases there are, but we know that there are more than 500 students in Knox County schools who definitely have a diagnosis or have at least requested special education services because of that particular diagnosis.
So Ask Knoxville and Artistic Spectrum really can be a support to families that are either beginning this journey or they're right in the middle of it and just need some support.
That's right. We hope to be like that first stop resource where the parents have been through it. This is a parent-driven organization and center, and we can kind of help guide you and let you know what resources are here. I think that a lot of people are under the impression that there aren't very many resources here. And the truth is we have some really excellent resources in this community that we hope to get the word out
That's good. That's good. I know you were talking a little bit earlier about some neat efforts coming up related to churches.
Right. Yes. It's true that a lot of individuals, when they get the autism diagnosis, they become very isolated. Autism is an invisible disorder. So you can't tell by looking at a child or an individual that they have autism. You can only tell after being around them for a while.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when you're in a supermarket and your child has a sensory meltdown, they've had, as much sensory input and noise as they can handle for that day, it looks like a tantrum. And you do get people glaring at you and looking at you like you're not a good parent, and it hurts. It's really hurtful, and it makes you not want to go out into the world. So
I can see that.
It's the same with church. Sometimes churches don't quite know what to do to make people feel more welcome. We have a few churches in town that are doing a really good job, but we want to replicate some of what they're doing and throw in some of our ideas and kind of educate the entire community about how to get people back connected with their faith after they've had this big shock to their family.
Oh, yeah.
This is the time that they need faith the most.
Exactly. I was a director of family ministries at a local church up until about a year ago. And that was something that we as a staff looked at, because you want to reach out to families and you want the church to be an open door, welcoming, but you have to have the right things and the right programs set up in place to make sure that everyone, regardless of what's going on in their life, that they're accepted.
Absolutely, and that's part of what we're doing. We're developing training right now to be put in place in the spring to help start teaching Sunday school teachers, help develop VBS programs.
That's great.
All kinds of things like that. And to help get churches involved in respite for individuals of all ages with disabilities, because there's a really big need in the community for that.
I'm sure. So how can folks contact you, say they're beginning this road, or they just need that support? A mom needs to ask another mom a question, or just needs somebody to talk to.
Absolutely. Well, they can go to our website, which is autismsiteknoxville.org.
Okay.
And that's autism, SITE, as in we're the place. There are lots of ways on there that are very clear for people to get information and to sign up for more information or to ask a question. And we also have of course, they can email us at any time, ask a question. So it's ask@autismsiteknoxville.org. So you can ask anything you need to know. That's anybody in the community, not just parents.
Man, that's good. That's great. What do you enjoy the most doing what you're doing?
I love the most seeing families have fun together.
Yeah.
Seeing families go, oh, we haven't had fun together in such a long time, but because of the surroundings or because of the situation we've created that's a little more sensory friendly and that's welcoming, that it's just nice to see families out of their houses having fun together.
Well, I could see that, because that isolation, it's like it's not going to be healthy, for that family.
Right.
But then, instead of it feeling cloudy all day inside, hey, there is sunshine, just, and it gives them an opportunity to break out.
Yes, it is. It very much is a health issue. And I'd like to mention that the Trinity Health Foundation of East Tennessee has given us recently the startup funds for this.
Oh, great.
So we were in their grant competition, and we got a phase 2 grant from them for to do our first year of operations. Man. So to make this work.
You can't beat that.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a blessing when you think about it, because like you're saying, the families here in Knoxville need something like this. Our area needs something like this, and for that to just open up and provide that for to get things rolling.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's been a wonderful blessing to us and to the community.
That's great. Veronica Cordell, president of Artistic Spectrum, I appreciate you joining me today. One more time, ways that folks can contact you.
They can go to our website, autismsiteknoxville.org, or email us at ask@autismsiteknoxville.org. Our phone number is 865-816-9716.
We would like to thank our guests for joining us this morning, and thank you for listening. If you have a topic that you would like us to look into, then feel free to let us know by calling 800-330-9648. Again, that's 800-330-9648. Thank you for listening, and we hope you have a blessed rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next time on Community Spotlight.